Oh, for sake.
Priorities. Where do our priorities lie? We do have the useful species building, but we still have them with no. We do still have them with population controls enabled, so they're going to be unhappy, but there's only going to be one of those pops at any time. And we're going to try and keep that population as low as we possibly can. We've only got them when we find that they're useful and we need them. So far we haven't actually come across any other worlds that we can't live on, but when we do, we can use them to live on those worlds. Right. Okay, right, priorities. We need more fleet. We need to sort out our trade. We don't need to stress about these borders quite so much right now, so long as we get to there, and so long as we get to, these are aliens, and so long as we get to there. We might want to take that system or that system in order to control the left to right traffic, or we might not. It depends, because I mean, we are xenophobes, so we don't really want to be trying to exert our will on the galaxy at this early stage. We just want to be really left alone to blob as much as we can. Okay, it should be still remembered that I am playing because the Empire has defined how I should play. This is not an example of how every early game should be played. This is an example as to how this specific Empire would be best played. Things such as this has a good number of robots on a planet, meaning that this faction, because biologicals live on a planet with robotic pops, they have materialist attraction. So if that was just biologicals, if I hadn't put any robots on there at all, there wouldn't be as much materialist attraction. Okie dokie. All those kinds of things. Right, I'm going to unpause. I'm going to go down slow for a minute, and we're just going to see what transpires. You're still doing that. I'm still astonished that they haven't gone there, but I guess they're growing into those bits first. There must be a big baddie over there. If I can lock them in, they are allies enough that they're not going to bitch and moan about getting locked in there. I really want that system. Not only just because it's a choke point to another empire, which is always useful, but because that system itself is particularly potent. We cannot afford your wares. I do apologise. Right, so setting up our trade and our fleet and our starbase are all reliant on alloy income. How many? We only have 4 pops, 2 of which are going to become rulers. So we only really, realistically speaking, have 2 specialist pops to play with. But what I want to put on there next is an alloy foundry to increase the number of alloys that we've got. Obviously, we will split 1 as consumer goods and 1 as alloys, because we don't need +5 consumer goods right now. We do need, but we do need the alloys coming in. I might decide to actually take both out of consumer goods and put both into alloys, and then put them back in later once our stockpile of consumer goods has reduced. But when the new fledgling planet happens, we're going to need those consumer goods to give to those guys as well. We have them with decent living conditions at the moment. I will reset all of those default living conditions in the future. So more aliens, should they end up living in our empire, will not cost us a huge amount of consumer goods, and will just generally be slaves. But having that one pop of lithoids there means that we have the ability to make more if we choose to, which is, you know, always beneficial. Lithoids can be really good if you modify them to poop out gases and stuff like that. They don't have it right now, but you can genetically modify their species to fart exotic gas, or scintillating skin, harvest crystals off them, or poop motes. Caravaneers, unfortunately. Oh, bastards! You nicked one of my fucking pops. Bastards. Oh, that was very unfortunate and incredibly annoying. Ah well, I guess we'll have to transfer this newly grown Kelzen over there when they're done, which will be in a couple of months' time. Automated exploration, nice. Now don't rely on automated exploration if you can avoid it. It can be useful, but we're going slow at the moment, so we're not going to rely on that just so much. Money has been a bit of a problem. Capacity subsidies would be, sorry, energy grid rather than capacity subsidies. Energy grid would be a very, very attractive idea for us.
Anomaly found.
Research, thanks. Ooh. Come back to that in a moment. We still don't have any research stations, so there's still no point in going for that one. Very rarely ever really need reactor boosters. That's for when you haven't researched the better engines and you've gone for better shields and you can't afford, excuse me, to run the better shields. I think the problem is with energy grid is it takes up a building slot, and right now building slots are a massive premium for us. We're not expanding them because we're hampering our own planet intentionally in order to get that one colony up and running better. Therefore, ultimately, improved deflectors. And though we don't actually necessarily need them right now, it was a bit foretold that we would go improved deflectors when we met this new empire. Unidentified empire. Right, research that. Hopefully finishes in 12 months. Don't know if they'll get it before we do. Hopefully not. We do have a not insignificant amount of society research coming up, so hopefully we get it. Okay, right, you guys can set that as home base. We're not building any fleets in the immediate time, so we will be able to swap that one around, and we'll be able to swap that one around. Oh, we're building a colony ship, hang on. Once we finish building the colony ship, we will build that trade hub. Bomb. Just make sure I haven't missed any anomalies. That one's been researched. That's a sign of precursor activity. That's just up from... Yes, yeah, that's the one I am aware of. Right, let's go back up to fast. At the beginning of the month, I expect that colony ship will be pretty much finished. I'll just hover here, wait for this to happen. Oh, I'm really... New faction, right, we will need to go and have a look at that. Okay, now we can trade hub. Right, new faction. It was... Okay, see, now they're pissed off because we have a migration treaty. They're a very small faction at the moment, but they will grow. They will grow in size. Their support is only 20%, and their support is 80%, which is great. But they will grow as our xenophile population increases in size. Xenophile, xenophobe. Okay, now that we have that colony ship, however, we can break the migration treaty. It did give them -15, but honestly that's not so bad. Now we go back to the faction, and that's no longer a problem. Their approval is no longer as bad as it was. Go to the end of the month.
Receiving transmission.
No, we literally just broke it, mate. Yeah, we go to the end of the month, and now we have 70% approval on both. Nice. Go over here, 61% and 67. We've got stability of 60 and stability of 66. We need to resettle this biological over to this planet so we can get back on with what we were doing before. We don't have the bloody minerals to do it either, because all of those minerals that were invested in both of those projects have just been wasted. Didn't even get them back. 250 is nice. I don't know what's disconcerting about it. You have nothing to do. Let's send you up that way. That comes around, and we want to generally at least know the layout that's around there.
Anomaly found.
Yep, we'll research that one. Okay, how are we doing here? Right, we don't have enough for a shipyard yet, and I think I'm going to go for Off-World Trading Company before I go for that anyway. How long until you're over there? Our influence is going to take a little while to get there anyway. And we will be building an alloy foundry by the time it gets to that. By the time that's finished, we will have built up enough minerals to justify its construction anyway. How are we doing on the meeting of the new empire? 7 months. That's our ruling leader, isn't it? Oh, cool, fair enough. Monthly unity plus 12%. Nice.
Research concluded.
Okay, robo modding. Now, as I did last time, we are going to create the template. Assembly speed and upkeep are the two that I'm going to go for, because I don't want to be spending lots of money looking after them, and your pop growth speed, whether it's robots or biologicals, is your power. Okay, if we were to apply that template, how long would it take? 31 months. I'm not committing that, but I can commit assembling them. Okay, new research. Pause here for a moment. That is 404,000. It's still a long time till I'd have finished that one. Engineering research from researchers. So we are using researchers a lot. Strikecraft, missing out on that one's awkward. Okay, so you see the symbol here, expertise industry. You are more likely to get industry symbol text pop up than you are the other ones, because they have an expertise in industry. So maniacal is kind of rubbish because of that. I don't think maniacal does anything other than giving you plus 5% research speed. I don't think it's particularly potent. Well, I mean, obviously it's across everything, whereas this is a 15% across only a very specific school faculty. But still, it doesn't help you define where your text can come from. So if I don't go for Voidcraft, basic strikecraft, then I'm not guaranteed that it'll come up again, whereas engineering research from researchers is more likely to come up again. However, we are going to go for that one, because we are the tech heavy guys. Be aware that that decision does have an impact.
Construction project concluded.
Okay, how long until that's ready?
Anomaly found.
Yep, well, whatever. Okay. we're gonna have to. We're gonna go for that starbase first before we go for the shipyard change.
Construction project
For my
concluded.
own, hang on, pause. For my own norm mind, I do this. That might turn into central shipyard. Hang on, no, wrong one. No, this is home. Wrong bloody starbase. Capital. Stop. This is shipyard. Okay, right, so we've had another, this is the Theta Menace rather than Unidentified Empire. It might not be, it might still be an unidentified empire, but it won't be an actual presence. Okay, it is a science ship. If there is a shortcut there, we can press the investigate button there and it'll take us to there. But it's not that we've come across someone else's territory, it's that we've come across a ship rather than the territory, so we can't define it as an empire specifically. Okay, right, unpause, off we go. Okay, we're going to have to commit the alloys to that decision first. Who are you, Caravaneers? Yes, both of them. 150 research. That 150 went into that project, which is a good thing, because we are sitting here starved of influence right now. Let's go back up to fast. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's curator. Well met, curators. Oh, goddamn, is that the Unidentified Empire? It's sodding was, wasn't it? Oh, damn it! Never mind. At least a Theta Menace. We know what it's going to be. Okay, the curators, very useful. You can hire scientists from them, as leaders, I mean, and you can pay for a 10% research speed bonus. If we go and have a contact with them, can you aid us in our research? It is still only 1,000. When it's 1,000, it is very, very cheap. I can't justify selling consumer goods or food. Our food is looking like it might actually turn into a bit of a problem in a bit. And I can't justify selling 500 minerals either. But we want to be able to use the curators as soon as possible. Okay. Out there. Construction ship. There we go. So we didn't get the influence from meeting them because it was curators rather than an actual empire. Okay, right, we can afford to do that now. We will line that up. We will remember 57%, and we have 1, and we have a happiness of 61. And we're doing quite a good job of keeping everybody happy right now. And that's because I very specifically engineered our decision making around keeping everybody happy. We do have, obviously, academic privilege, which does make people quite happy as long as they're a ruler or a specialist. If they're a worker or a slave, there's no effect. But we've designed the idea that we're not going to have many biological pops as workers anyway, so our happiness should be good. No, excuse me. Why did you survey that system? Just come explore that far along. I want to know what connects all these things into itself. Because honestly, taking there and there and there means that this is all mine.
Construction project concluded.
Which is very nice state of affairs. Okay, I am going to build both those mine stations, and I'm going to get over there, and I can't believe it. It looks like we're actually going to get it. We can afford... no, we can't afford that yet, because there's 100. Ding, 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 ding. We're on normal speed. Let's go up to fast.
Evading hostiles.
Ooh, hello. Show me where they are. Interesting. Brachium. It's 540 of hostiles. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get out there anytime soon. So once we've evaded, at this point, because this is a meticulous guy, and I'm going to end up clicking yes on research anomalies every single time they come up, I'm just going to leave him on automated exploration. So I never have to worry about him. He's going to finish off this bollock up here, and then he's going to go somewhere else, and he's going to do whatever he feels like doing. I'm not going to rely on him, but it would be it would be APM, inefficient actions per minute, inefficient for me to actually control him right now, because there's no other decisions I would be making that automated exploration at this stage would not be making, or at least should not be making. It should be going for all those four first. Okay. Why? I didn't actually tell you to enter orbit, did I? I told you to. Never mind. Oh. I'm tempted by the eager leader. I don't think I will, because I'll have to spend money on upkeep for him, but I'm tempted by him. Ah, no! I'm so close! So fucking close! Oh, you bastards! Why? Why would you tease me so? If that construction ship had got there, then they would have seen that as a declaration, and that was my territory, and they probably wouldn't have built it. Oh, you buggers! You absolute bastards! I'm going to assume that they're actually going to build it as soon as they get there, but I'm going to send him in there. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Okay. Oh, I didn't replenish that science ship, did I? I have a science leader hanging around doing nothing. Oh, dim wit. So what we're going to do with him... capital shipyard. It's not a shipyard. Let's just dismantle that. It is not a sodding shipyard.
An alien empire has
there we go.
Look
at that. 44 influence. Pause, thanks. The way forward lies in our hands. Okay, they are xenophiles and they are egalitarian. Once they get a border with us, we're going to start getting problems with our factions. I don't think we get any right now. No, not right now. I can't believe you heartless fucking bastards. Oh god. Right. It is infinitely less likely that they have just sent a construction ship there to sit there. and it is infinitely more likely that they are actually constructing that starbase. So we will finish off building that mining there, and we will go straight there, and we will get that one. Oh god.
Anomaly found.
Yep, research. Okay, they've closed their borders to us, probably because we have closed borders. We have a look at the relations that we have. They don't like our slavery policy, they don't like that we're xenophobes, and they don't like that we have closed borders. Despite them having xenophilia, and them just generally being positive of everyone, they're not particularly keen on us. They're cooperative already, rather than expansionist. So they're not going to harm relations. I'm not going to guarantee their independence. So I'm not really going to interact with them at all. I'm not even going to send them an envoy. I'm going to keep my envoy with these guys, who are protective. That's overwhelming fleet, but then we only have 7 ships. Okay, it's a good job you weren't actually in their space when they closed borders. At that point, right, you've met a dead end. I'm going to put you up now on automated exploration to get as many anomalies from that space as I can before it gets occupied by another empire. So once it becomes occupied by another empire, you are, unless under very specific circumstances, unable to find anomalies there anymore. Right. Let's just make sure that I hadn't clicked off that for. Yes, so we've just got that one. Oh, it's so kind about that. It just teased me so. Oh my god. At least like we've got open borders, so we're going to maintain the precursor discoveries there. But oh my lord. Oh, good lord. Okay, capital. It's still apparently a shipyard. I'm sure it'll get over that soon enough. Oh yeah. Yep, trade hubs.
Receiving transmission.
Oh crikey, yeah. Well, you'll move there anyway. Okay, right, so we've had a vassalization request from the Vran. We are going to decline that. That gives them casus belli on us, which means it's gonna become difficulty. Refuse subjugation isn't a very big one, but they have a year's worth of casus belli on them. We don't agree to that though, pal. We are quite intentionally weak. But that is a big sign that we need to plough everything into fleet straight away. No relenting. Right, so once that's finished, we are going to put everybody in alloy foundries. We're going to prioritise it. And if we don't have anyone prioritised in alloy foundries up here, we could even... We have the ability to build our own, don't we? Yes. It's just finished. And replace you, because one, they have an upkeep of alloys, and two, obviously it's a job. It's only one job, but still. It is a building slot that is consuming our ability to build alloy foundries. So, alloy foundries. You say, that was a direct reaction from the fact that we were demand vassalization. It was not just a ignore it, you know, just sit on our laurels, it will be alright because we'll grow stronger eventually. It is immediate action. You must take immediate action, because it is a big warning sign that you are not strong enough. Do we want to investigate the gigantic skeleton? No, we don't. It is society research, which is nice enough, but still. Show us your wares. The Vargado Trium invoice. Modify 6 months. You will take 6 months of society research and give us an atmospheric deodorizer deployment. Increases immigration pool by 30% and pop growth from immigration by 10%. I'm actually going to take that. It's a one-time use. Okay, but I'm going to use it on this planet. With that in mind, just before... I'm going to probably put a couple of pops on it manually anyway. So, you know, I speed past the 50% penalty. Oh, God, I can't believe that. That's right, they are our allies. Don't worry about it, John. They are our allies. They're not going to just betray us. Okay, right. So one thing that we do need is a shipyard in order to build some ships with. We absolutely have to do that. In fact, I would go as far as to say we need to do it so much that I would do this. Okay, we are on 0 food coming in. We need to start concerning ourselves with whether or not we have sufficient food. We could replace... one man's trash. So yeah, after you've finished that, I will have you research that project. Go away. Okay, yeah, so we could replace that robot job there with a farmer. We do have 62 coming in. It's inefficient to spend minerals this way. And I think I'm going to do it.
Construction project concluded.
Okay, after you've done old with defects, it is about high time we start looking at filling in these science jobs. So, I mean, it's not a whole lot. It's probably only about 20 in total, but that would be a 20% increase in our science output, which would be fairly nice. Right, yeah, we need to build a shipyard. Absolutely need to build a shipyard. And then we need to build ships.
Research concluded.
Okay, right. Everybody become specialists. Become metallurgists. Okay, right. Society from research is pretty difficult to see past that one. As you see now that we're on 2072 rather than it used to be 2000 for these techs, that's because we're over our empire sprawl. It's not gone very high at the moment, but once that sprawl starts going up to like double or triple, then it gets very, very expensive. System surveyed, construction complete there, and system surveyed. Right, okay, so we have... Are you still going to call that a starbase? Oh no, it's a shipyard, sorry. Why are you calling it a shipyard? Is it because I called it a shipyard? By accident? No, it's not, is it? Anyway, 35 trade value. Okay, at this point, we haven't even opened up a new treat yet. But I'm already considering moving over to consumer benefit. I don't want to. I want to avoid it if I can. But if I do so and replace that with a monument or probably actually gene clinics if they pop up, then I would be ultimately faster and better, not only at science but growth rate or unity. It would be ultimately a better swap to do that. But I want to avoid it if I possibly can, because you can see we're getting 8 from trade. That's like nearly a third. Also, we do definitely want to come down here and get this this archaeological dig. There's crystal. Is it crystals? Yes, there's crystals there. There's crystals up there. There's money just lying on the table up here, but I don't mind that quite so much. I wonder if I save and reload whether or not that'll get redefined as as a trade port. It's annoying that it's called shipyard. I mean, this one will actually be defined specifically as a shipyard. It won't be under the star bases, it will be under shipyards. And so maybe that will kick its bottom. I'm not going to build the second one. And I come down here and I'm going to 20. And I keep hitting the reinforced fleet button until it gets good. Right, okay. Let's have a look at what we got. Destroyers would be a nice power spike. We're not... I mean, minerals, you want 100 coming in. If you're not getting 100 coming in, then you're ultimately going to be hampered. Like 3 planets will consume 100 minerals per month quite comfortably. But our current crisis is fleet strength. Synthetic crystal plants aren't going to do us any good because we can harvest them. Exotic gas refineries aren't going to do us any good because we don't have the science coming in yet. But we don't want to take our mind off the idea of getting gas, because gas is how you get more jobs per building in research. So don't forsake exotic gas refineries just yet. But Destroyer is going to help us, right? Normally, by this point, if I were to be playing in a less tech-focused game, I'd have a higher alloy income. No, I've got 24 now. I'd have a higher alloy income, and I'd already have probably 30 of fleet power and naval capacity. We'll go into naval capacity anchorages shortly, to be honest, because we will be meeting it fairly shortly. How long until that tech is on? 87 months. That's quite a long time. We're going to research everything. Okay, see that? Yes, there you go. Now it is a trade hub, and that's gone up into shipyard. Okay, right, dude. Every single time I can click that button, I'm going to click that button. I haven't upgraded them fully yet, so they're still relatively cheap to build. Right, probably because we don't need them. But we don't need to stress ourselves about that anyway, because that just makes them more expensive to build. Right, we're only building one at a time, so we really don't need more than one shipyard anyway. Boink. Build me more. Was that 2 at a time? No, that was 1 at a time. Machinery inside. I can't remember which one that is, to be honest. Probe it. Trojan asteroid, oh dear. Oops. Well, you didn't get shot.
Evading hostiles.
There you go. Immediate panic FTL. Bing! Okay, okay. Right. Now. With xenophobes, the idea of federation is not a great idea. Despite, if we were in a federation with those militarists as well, they would drag us into war after war after war after war, and it would get really very frustrating. Prosperity would be very nice. Expansion, we have an awful lot of expanding to do, but the cost of expanding ain't actually as expensive as it could be, because we're bigots. Xenophobes. I would argue, personally, that prosperity would be the right way to go for specialist pop resource output 5%, which would be 5% on science, 5% on consumer goods, 5% on alloys, and pop growth once you've got medics and stuff like that. Also extra clerks, very nice. As you see here, we've still got an amenities problem, which is reducing our happiness quite a bit. And that one to make stuff cheaper because we don't have the mineral income. So prosperity arguably would be the best way to go. We're going to go that way. Once we've finished all of them, Adopting all of them will give our planets a merchant job per 50 pops. A merchant job is a leader job. At some point we'll actually use our leader jobs. But the playstyle that we've gone for hasn't lent us to that just yet. Okay, don't forget the fact that we still have a scientist sitting around doing nothing. He is going to be assisting research soon. In fact, I'm going to roll the dice. Seeing as we have an income of 23 now, that's a significant increase in the number of alloys that we've got. I'm going to jump a science ship into the middle of the fleet construction, and I'm going to ensure that that we actually are using that scientist to assist research. I'll show you when. Oh, were they guarding?
Special project concluded.
Exotic gas refining. See now how it has that yellow border around it? It means it's going to turn up every single time now. Whilst this one has been researched, it doesn't have that yellow border around it. A dry throat. Really dry throat. Which is fantastic. That is a stroke of real fortune for us. Destroyers still are important, and we're still going to focus on destroyers. We can pick up the gas when as and when it proves itself to be necessary. Okay, we're going to go for this engineering research, and then we're going to go for this engineering research. I understand that I'm leaving 6 here. I'm leaving money on the table over here, but engineering research is a priority for us because, as you can see, it is taking us absolutely sodding ages to get destroyer right now. So we've only got 38. That would be an extra 5. 43 is actually, 5 on 38, so that's a significant increase. Okay, science ship, here we go. That guy, assist research. Is that capital? Yes, it is. Okay.
System survey concluded.
I'm not liking the fact that we're not making any robots, but at least we do have robots on our planets sufficiently. Cybrex listening post. Peculiar. Research that project for us. Science ship doing nothing. Right, heal up. He's the one that just got shot at by the Trojan asteroid over there. He'll heal up, and I'll set him on automated. He'll presumably go for these ones first. He might bother with those, and then he'll go over here. We'll see what he does, though. If you make stupid decisions, show us US. Oh, I can't afford it. Rank. Yeah, okay, cool. He's going there. We'll leave him to do what he's doing there. Okay, let's have more fleet. Not that guy. That guy. It's the guy that's coming along to assist research. I'll show you the advantage to assisting research. Assisting research is very strong. Has he got there yet? Okay, so we currently are 36, 32, 36. Go on, I don't want it. Yep, he's there now. 38, 35, 38. 16% increase. Now, we don't actually have a whole lot on that planet, but a 16% increase is an awful lot. 4% per leader level assisting researchers, and it's big. That can make a huge difference if you concentrate all your science onto one place and have only bothered with one scientist assisting research at any time. It'll make a huge impact.
Research concluded.
Ah, my lord, an interesting find. Okay, right. Better shields. Right, where are we going to go from here? I would say a lot of our fleet strength increase is going to be coming from the fact that we're building fleet rather than the fact that we're improving the fleet. Like, we don't even have all the slots filled out right now. So for me, go a blue laser above research speed is a difficult ask. I think I'm going to regret leaving it, but I'm going to go research speed. We can come back to it and we can fill it in later. We really need to get our administration under control. We will upgrade these guys. It's not that expensive. A little key, like I say, the fleet manager is janky. It's better than it used to be, but it's still a bit janky. If you're going to reinforce the fleet, make sure you've upgraded the fleet first. Otherwise, the fleet manager might get confused and just start spitting ships out all over the place, and you'll be like, why on earth do I hit the button and it don't add to the actual fleet?
Fleet enhancement supplied.
Okay, reinforce. Right, let's see whether or not we have a guy give us... Yes, there you go. Ship upkeep cheaper. We're going to keep 200 of food lying around. I only need 200. Because we're building the fleet at this point, we do want that 10% reduction. It makes a difference, trust me. Right, this guy has finished doing that. Until we're there, there's nothing else for you to do, so we'll research those anomalies of there.
System survey concluded.
Okay. So he's running away from these guys, so he's not going to wind up getting trapped in their borders whilst he's doing so. I'm going to leave him to doing what he's doing. That's okay. I would love at this stage to have another construction ship, to be honest. One to be able to go around doing the filling in of things, and one to be doing the running around. However, now that we have some spare... oh, fear campaign. There you go. We do have fear campaign. We don't have 1,000. But now, yes, now that we have some spare, I think we're probably going to go for research subsidies. We're not in this fight to get down to this one place anymore, so our expansion speed is nowhere near as critical as it would have been before. We can't really do much up here. It would be nice actually to get up there and have these guys within our borders, but I think that will probably end up with us being xenophile ethics attraction anyway, to have these encompassed within our borders. So we're going to end up there. We don't expect anybody to be coming through here anytime soon, and we don't have a real push to get down here because the closest anyone's going to be is these guys here. So, you know, saving up our influence to spend it on other things will be good. Right, let's just check our factions. 70 and 70%, 20 and 24. That's 31 in total, and we've got 45 pops. Okay. We're not getting any more egalitarians at the moment. Xenophobes is good. Xenophiles, only 2% xenophile now. That's actually gone down. No militarist. That's gone down by 3%, I think, that one actually. No pacifists, despite us being weak. 5 spiritualists. That needs to go down a little bit more, I would prefer. And materialist. Big push materialist still happening. Everyone's still kind of happy. Things are looking good. And this is due to us playing the empire that we started with, rather than us just trying to play with a standard opening. A scientist has got Roma. Oh my good lord. You mean the guy that doesn't do any roaming? Just got Roma. Come on now. Right, construction ship has just finished there. We could jump on top of this physics research there, but there's 8 trade there sitting there doing now, and there's also a planet there. There's 3 trade there. That's 3 jumps away, so we wouldn't actually get that one. I say we grow there and then we grow there to get the 8 trade. We'll get the money in the process, of course, and then we'll get the archaeological dig as well. And yo, fair enough. I am spending influence, which I would otherwise like to be saving up. But how much am I spending? Research agreements. Defensive pact is costing me 1. But the defensive pact is also stopping them from attacking them. Yeah, remember that they demanded our vassalization. If we break off the defensive pact, they might they might guarantee our independence, or they might think we're just going to vassalize them for their own good. They clearly don't know what's good for them. But if we can get a fleet up, and we can stop that being a problem, we can stop that being a problem. Okay, right, we nearly got this planet. What's the pop here? It's 33 and 12. I'd much prefer that to be near 40, to be honest, before I start turning out. I know, obviously I got rid of the robot assembly plants, so it has halved its population growth speed. But I would much prefer that to be 40 before I was willing to turn back on turn migration ability to happen. I'm gonna have a think on that one. I'm gonna stop recording here, and I'm gonna come back next one.
Oh, for f***'s sake.